Hey everybody, Liz Campbell here from Dynamic Intention, coming to you as per usual from the beach. My very favourite place to be. And talking to you all today, regardless of whether you're watching live or later on down the line watching afterwards, about creation. Now there's so many misconceptions about creation and about how you create. Partly because we have been moving from a 3D based manifestation reality into a 5D creation reality, where we are basically being asked to understand that we're powerful creators and understand that the old ways of doing things will not continue to work for people. In a fucking nutshell, okay? And it's interesting actually, because Anita and I, it just made me laugh because we changed the name of our group project at the beginning of this year, calling it the Game of Creation, and then we turned it into Maximizer, and then we basically shut down the Facebook group to go with it, realising that there were bigger things afoot. But it really does, the name, the Game of Creation game, really does sum up. This is an umbrella, by the way, I don't have a weird hat on. Basically, it really does sum up what it's about. Okay, so the thing to understand, a lot of these are, if you're what I would call entry-level manifestation, okay, so the entry-level manifestation, which a lot of people are still dibbling around in what I would call these 3D frequencies, then sure, reciting affirmations till you're blue in the face and doing all of these weird rituals and shit that get recommended will go so far for you. The simple fact of the matter is that the frequencies are moving up. As your frequency rises, as the planet's frequency rises, we're being asked to come into a much more powerful self-expression, and creation does not work in the same fucking way, in any way, shape or form. And really, truly, if you're not dealing with your dysfunction is something I've talked about a lot, and this is actually all to do with the power of one as well. It all connects in. Everything I've been talking about recently all connects in together. It's really important to understand this. If you've been following any of these videos, understand that these aren't really separate subjects. It's all one very big subject. It's all interlinked. Okay, and quite simply, this fucking thing flapping around in front of me. Quite simply, creation, coming from a place of power with creation actually means understanding at the very core who you are. And the majority of people on this planet don't understand truly who they are. Even if they think they might have some idea, they don't really, all I have to do is look around and you can see the state of the world being as dysfunctional as it is really says everything. Okay, what happens is you have core frequencies that you come in with, basically. These are the frequencies that make up your soul. Okay, these are the very things that define what you're about. Along with this, you have core desires, okay, which you will most likely not have any fucking clue, what they are. You will think you have some idea. Trust me, you don't have a fucking clue, okay. You also have core powers. Again, you probably won't have a fucking clue what these are. I'm going to sit here now and say you probably don't have the slightest fucking clue watching this what any of these things are for yourself. And if you do, well done. But I'll tell you right now, I will say right now, I'm a master of working with my own energy, and I'm a master of actually fucking getting to the bottom of things for myself. And this is something I've actually only been able to really delve into and really uncover for myself recently. Me and Anita both, and we're both super powerful. I will say right now, her work's super powerful, my work's super powerful, and when we team up together, we create absolute fucking magic. I will drop into the mix right now that we are actually gearing up to basically start working together with people on a one-to-one basis. which for those of you who are really truly ready for the ride of your life that will leave you in no fucking doubt exactly who you are, exactly how powerful you are, exactly the fucking magical shit that you're capable of, and so on and so forth, then basically watch this space. I'm super excited about this because there's a lot of magic that happens every time we team up and talk about things just behind the scenes in terms of insights that come through, so on and so forth. Anyhow, okay, so we have core desires, core powers, core frequencies. These things are intrinsic to successful creation, basically. I'm talking about creation on a scale that you won't have even thought was possible before. We're talking about magical shit rather than like humdrum, run-of-the-mill, oh look, I created a coffee kind of thing. We're talking about life-changing, system-changing, utopia creating, etc. That kind of level, okay. And essentially what you'll see when you look around, the majority of the stuff that's out there on manifestation, I'm not knocking it, it worked very, very well for the 3D level of things, but when you're moving more and more into the 5D way of being, this stuff does not work. It does not work. And if you found like, I used to be able to manifest things really well using all of these techniques and rituals and blah, 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 all of which were, I will say right now, most of them are based on very poor self-worth. You know, the fact that you have to earn something by reciting affirmations over and over and over again, so on and so forth. This is like, when we're getting down to the core stuff, this is acknowledging the fact that you came into this life as an absolutely magical being. If you look at kids in their most pure state, they are so magical and things are super easy for them, and what happens is they get very, very fucked up by the people around them because of all the layers and layers and layers of conditioning that get put on top. And you know, this has happened to all of us, and this continues to happen on this planet. And then what we get into is this kind of spirituality, inverted commas, that is based on the idea that you have to somehow earn your worth and earn your place by behaving in a certain way and doing certain things, and it's bollocks. Total, absolute and utter bollocks. Yes, I'm being controversial. Essentially, it's worth understanding that, you know, the key things that you've come here to do in this lifetime are to connect with your core, and I'm going to say reconnect with your core, because what happens is kids disconnect from their core. Okay, they disconnect from their core and actually step into your creatorship in its most full sense. And when you do this, okay, this is what it means to truly be in the genius zone, not just the excellence zone. And I see a lot of people who are in the excellence zone basically calling it the genius zone when it's really not. You know, I've seen plenty of that around and about, you know. And I'll say right now, you know, it's all a journey at the end of the day. People are where they are and have certain ideas about things until they suddenly realise that actually there's more, kind of thing. And it is a constant evolution. You know, it's taken me 3 years to get to this point, basically. One of the interesting insights I had like over this past week with all of this is that essentially what's taken me 3 years to get to the point of understanding is like will inform me being able to work with my clients in a way which is even faster than I have been, and actually being able to take them from, you know, I'm going to say limited understanding of self to like full connection with and like mastery of the core within a matter of, I'll essentially 3 months in total with breaks in between. Basically, there's an up-level process that goes on with this, which is kind of exciting. We're now at the stage, frequency-wise, on this planet where there's access to all of this stuff. I also wanted to talk a little bit about the fact that I see a lot of people getting very obsessed with the idea of certifying in other people's healing modalities, and actually ignoring the fact that if you have come in and you understand that you've got a role that needs to open up in terms of working with energy, the certifications that you get along the way are only ever stepping stones for you, okay? It's actually the most important thing for you to understand is that because of your core frequencies and because of the fact that you've come in as an energy worker, someone who wants to specifically work with energy, you will have your own modalities that are waiting to be unlocked when you open up enough through working with other people, through working with other modalities, understanding that the certifications and the other modalities you work with along the way are only ever going to be a stepping stone for you in getting to the point where you're bringing through your own stuff, which is actually far more faster and more powerful. And this is the time that we're in. It's a time of innovation. It's about understanding that you're here as an innovator. It's just like when you classify yourself as not being able to bring through your own stuff, what you're doing is you are, again, denying your own inherent worth, denying your own inherent magic. And you might not be at the stage where you can bring through this stuff yet, but don't fucking think that it's not there, because it is, essentially. And if you're denying your ability to create powerfully, including creating your own powerful energetic modalities that basically do things faster than have been done before, and actually work in line with the energies that are coming onto the planet, then you are missing a trick, basically. So yes, just wanting to share all of this today, because these are the subjects du jour. It's like the biggest issue that we have on this planet is people do not trust in themselves. They don't trust in their own magic. They don't trust in their ability to spot the right people that they need to work with to open this stuff up. They don't, and we get, this is where we get, all of the stuff happening where people have interesting experiences, coaches and healers and so on and so forth, where they get coerced into things that they might not, if they were thinking about it, go along with, because there's, essentially someone putting pressure on them, for example. I will say it right now, if you're talking to a coach, a healer, whoever, who is basically trying to tell you that you won't be able to develop if you don't buy their program, and you won't be able to do this and you won't be able to do that, run 5 million fucking miles, okay? You never ever ever work with someone because you feel that they have the only answer for you, because that's bullshit. Always, always, always choose to work with people who spark your excitement, who spark, go back to this whole thing about does this person serve my zone of genius? Will working with this person serve my zone of genius? Basically, can this be an amazing, exciting, co-creative experience where I get to expand and really enjoy doing the work, rather than feeling like I'm basically working with someone who's put themselves on a pedestal and they're fucking telling me what to do, essentially. It's so important to understand that when you make a decision out of fear, you will always, 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 always be presented with what some might call a lesson, what Anita would call a shit fuck, and what I would say is unnecessary drama and strife that you could have actually avoided if you'd have understood that you were making the decision based on fear rather than out of a sense of enthusiasm, excitement and love for entering into a working partnership, a working relationship with the person that you're being presented with. Okay. And I would say the same goes for anything in life, any kind of situation, relationship, decision where you are literally making your decisions based on fear. Is there sound? There is sound. Can you hear me? There should be sound. If there isn't sound, it means that my iPhone is totally fucked. Hang on a sec. Oh, live chat. I wonder if I can write. I don't think I can write anything. Can I write anything? No. Oh, hang on a sec. Must be you. Okay. Oh, you have to watch it back later. Oh, we've got some fucking weird shit. Weird shit. Right, okay. Come Dabby Dozy. Hopefully it actually works. I have to check it back after it's uploaded. That's funny. Okay, so yes, working with people out of a sense of love, excitement, enthusiasm. Steph, you know all about this. The work that we've been doing together. You're blatantly being motivated by love and excitement and enthusiasm rather than anything else. But you know, I see a lot of people bitching, moaning and whining about people they've agreed to sign up with, to work with. And when you delve into the reasons why they agreed to sign up with that person, the decision to work with them was entirely fear-based. And actually what all they've done is they've created a situation where they get exactly what they need in terms of like a big fucking slap round the chops about why making decisions from fear is always a shit idea. Essentially, you know, it's got to be out of a sense of love for yourself and actually a sense of like love or being drawn to the person that you want to work with, not because you're scared of what will happen if you don't, but because you're excited about what will happen when you do. Does this make sense? It's allowing yourself to be guided by there's something weird going on underneath. Oh right, okay. Apparently there's like filters and stuff on here now as well. But yeah, okay, so like just to sum up, creation. Okay, create from love. Okay, so like the process is create from love rather than fear. Okay, be discerning that you're basically working with, engaging with, like, etc. people who are going to assist you in being in your genius zone, rather than people who are assisting you in being your myth zone or just merely your excellence zone. Okay. Number 3, if you're not prepared to delve into looking at your core, who you are at your core, like fully, then you're going to find life in the 5D frequency realm kind of difficult, because creation, basically successful and powerful creation that's not hit and miss, and it's not fucking, you know, like spending your whole, like tapping your nose, turning around 3 times, fucking throwing whatever over your shoulder, blah blah blah, all of these ridiculous time consuming rituals. If you want to create more powerfully than that, then it's necessary to become fully acquainted with your core frequencies. And actually, you know, I will say, if you want to be really fulfilling what I would call your divine destiny, as in what your soul wanted you to wanted to experience when you came into this body on this planet, it's absolutely necessary to understand that the genius zone is where that is at, and that the genius zone may actually be even more than you have previously thought, even if you have a measure of success. Okay, a lot of people are not able to see the much bigger picture that's available to them. It was interesting, I hark back to talking about Sarah, a client of mine I worked with recently, and she kind of thought she was going to have a nice little healing business. and that she was going to be basically trotting along and helping a few people, and there was a bit of scope to the vision. And actually, when we started really delving into it and I started untangling all the stuff that was stopping her from seeing the vision, she started to realise like how big the picture is that her soul had for her when she came here. And this is the reason why she's one of my clients, because really truly the people that are drawn to working with me, I'll say right now, the people that are really drawn to working with me have very, very, very big plans on this planet. And I can say this with confidence because I understand my own genius powers, which are opening up at the moment, are all about assisting in orchestrating really grand visions. Really, really like world-changing, super grand. It's not just about having a nice, comfortable business where you make 10k a month or whatever, fucking, yada yada, standard fucking bullshit that people come out with. It's not just about having a nice house and a car, and I've said this before. This is about this is about actually changing the world, like fully creating utopia. And Anita and I are both on this. Like, this is what we're here to do in this lifetime. And I understand that, not everyone is right to work with me. Not everyone's going to be sparking my zone of genius, because this is my genius zone, is getting into this side of things. But for those of you who might happen upon this video who are, all you need to know is that essentially, if you've been successfully pootling along, doing whatever, probably making good money, probably kind of having a nice life and all the rest of it, but you're feeling that sense of restlessness and you're feeling that there's something more, that's because there is. And the reason why you're watching me is because basically you've been led here by your guides, by your higher self, because my higher self's been ringing a little bell in your ear. So, on that note, I will say, if you are feeling the truth of my words, there will be, when this is eventually uploaded properly after I've finished yabbering on, there will be various links underneath this video and information on how to get in touch with me if you wish to find out more about working with me in some capacity. Now, there are different options for this. So, there is the group on a budget option, and there's the one-to-one, world-changing, fucking, basically create the grandest vision you can think of and then double it version, basically. But yeah, all you need to do is check out the links underneath this video. All of the information will be in there. And I'm going to love and leave you all now so I can go jump back in the sea. Mwah! That's love. Bye for now.